We back, excuse me, we back with another one. We are back, baby. Hit that like button on the way in. Yes, yes. Let me tell y'all on the way in. It's a pre-record. Unfortunately, that's how we have to do it for a while. We have to let YouTube check and make sure everything is on the up and up. Because what we have is that we have a lot of go along, get along gang members. They have learned how to manipulate YouTube, mass flag, and hit you with a harassment and bullying strike. And YouTube has a lot of, AI generated things. And so once they do certain things, people have learned to trick the system. And YouTube is not like people you can talk back to. It's all so yeah. This way, YouTube can check the video, make sure all the guidelines are being upheld, and then your video will go up. So, hi, haters, you have to watch. Look at this smile. Y'all wanted me to come on camera just to see all this sexy and all this smile. I'm bigger than you, and I'm humble, and I'm fine, in my opinion, but I'm humble. My mushroom coffee. But listen, we're about to get into a video where Corey Holcomb is responding to what he says is an assassination attempt. I never heard these clips that they're putting out about what Corey Holcomb has said in some of his stand-up. I don't agree with any of the things that he said in the stand-up. I don't understand comedy like that. As a little bitty boy, I used to get slapped in the back of the head because I was always that type. As y'all can see, based on how I maneuver on the internet, I was always that type that wondered why certain people could say certain things and then I couldn't say it. All the adults would be saying certain stuff. I would be that kid that walk in the room and repeat right what they said. And then I'd be like, hey, I'd be like, but you said it. Hey, don't say what I say. You a kid. They ushered me off. But I was always wondering why certain people could say certain things. Richard Pryor and certain comedians, as I became a teenager, I would copy certain things that I would see adults watching and laughing at, and it'd get me slapped in the back of the head. Not the slap that you follow through, just a little to make you bam, get you back in order. You must have done bumped your head, so let me bump it again to get it back in order. And so I realized, oh, okay, I get it now. Y'all are adults and comedians, and certain people get to say certain things. So I never agreed that you should be able to label somebody something and that person can say it, but then you could be mad at another person for saying the exact same thing. I never understood how people rationalize that, but that's been the way of the world for so long that comedians have had a little bit tip of a scale on what they can say and who dubs you a comedian. I guess my mama always made sure I know you're not a comedian, but Corey Holcomb, be that as it may, he's a comedian. So there's lots of comedians. They've joked about grape, white and black. They've joked about all sorts of things that no one should joke about. I don't even understand how you have this type of humor. But they're not. Are we now going to drag all of those people out and put them on trial? Or are we only doing this because Corey Holcomb says things about people in Hollywood that are sneaking and doing things that maybe they don't want him to talk about? So it's going to be for you guys to decide. It's not for me to decide. I understand that when you're saying something against the go along, get along gang, as I like to call them, they're going to run a smear campaign because guess what, guys? It's all about who we like. When they switch that button, you can go from everybody liking you to the entire world or your driving force of your audience, your core force of your audience. If you're not connected to grassroots people that you build organically, the mainstream, it's the switch of a button with them. Joe Budden's heard Nicki Minaj say something he didn't like. Flick of a button. Don't call me no more. And that's how these relationships are in Hollywood. It's very superficial. They see you, I love you, I care about you, this isn't it. They don't never actually call you to see if you're okay. They tell you that when they see you for the photo op when people are around, But then when no one's around, they don't give a fuck. And as soon as the story and the media flip on you about anything or say something that's against the mainstream narrative, because majority of the people make their money through mainstream and through companies and sponsorships, they're easily controlled. And so you guys are following people that's controlled by the one thing that you're not supposed to worship or be controlled by, which is money. Because these men and women only use their likeness, their image and likeness, their celebrity in order to garner funds, they're essentially allowing themselves to be placed on a hamster wheel, and somebody controls whether they can be opened up and fed now based on what they say and who they align with, or does the door close and you cannot be fed? And it's only because most celebrities don't do business in real life. All they do is leverage their celebrity, get a lot of checks, a lot of money, until that celebrity dwindles down or you say the wrong thing. Now you're on the wrong side of said celebrity, and then now you're broke, you're destitute, and you'll do anything to get back in grace. And then we'll see people take advantage of you like Harvey Weinstein and all these men that love people when exactly. And that's why I think it and I got to say it like this because I'm on my main channel, but we're going to have a Patreon. I keep saying that and then I don't do it. So I'm not going to curse it. I'm just going to do it. But y'all better not be laughing in the chat. I'm serious. Don't laugh. I'm going to give y'all a second to finish laughing because I know y'all laughing. But Miss Collins, I know you laughing. Stop right now. Who else I think laughing right now? Because this is a pre-record, but I'm going to just imagine who in my head who laughing. JJ, you stop laughing. Yeah, I ain't talking about the white JJ either. You stop laughing, JJ. I know you laughing. Miss Yo Thoughts cutting up. Miss Akimi cutting up. TJ, he always laughing. Who else laughing? Goddamn Lee. All y'all stop right now. All right. Now let's get to the video to where this brother is saying things that I don't necessarily agree with at all. But again, are we going to go back white and black comedians and grade them on a scale where we're going to make it seem like they're PDF files? Is that what we're doing? Because if so, you open it up Pandora's box. If not, then comedians get to say things that are risque and weird. And then we appreciate the good jokes and then we stay away from the ones that we don't like. Or we pull all comedians back, put them on center stage, and let's start picking apart the things that they've said. And let's start saying that they're PDF files. That's what we're going to do. But let's see what you guys think. It's not always about what I think. Let's get it. The original content is on Corey Holcomb's, but the clips that I'm using is from a YouTuber named Kato Media, Kato Media 2.0. So shout out to the brother. I didn't want to watch the whole 2 hours and 17 minutes. So this clip was kind of what I saw, and I thought it was the original one. So I said, I'll use this. Then I'll find the part in the original one, do a part 2. So let's get it. Fair use. Let's go. Wait, let's go.
Situation between him and Darlene. Now, Darlene said she went to the bathroom. She did not get fired, but she also stated that Corey apologized for the t-shirt situation. But why did he apologize? I'm just saying, if he felt that strongly about you not holding the shirt up, the apology should be just as loud as the disrespect. But hey.
Well, I think what he means by that, the apology should be public, just like the disrespect was public. But that's the thing about getting into what people personal situation is. They have a business and a personal relationship. Anybody that has watched them interact on the show know that. That's why I reserved my commentary to after I saw what she was going to do, because we as men can say whatever, but women, they like what they like. And certain men, they don't like a straight lace. Most of you straight lace, I wouldn't do that type of dude. None of them girls ain't gonna give you the time of day anyway. Most of these women like edgy men. And let me pull this out. And not to say what he did was correct, but again, people are allowed to make mistakes and get back in the line of that person's respect. However, that person accept that respect. You see, she's back on the show. So at the end of the day, we all got so much commentary on someone else's life. Shout out to Darlene. She's back there, so salute to that because we like the show. And hopefully they could get back to the show because we all like the show. Prior to Harvey Levin and all these things went on, we like the show.
Darlene said y'all taking things out of context. Now, Poetic Flacco, man, when you put a jacket on somebody by calling them a pedophile, man, that's pretty dangerous. But I'm not going to lie, man. These Corey Holcomb compilation videos that I've been seeing are wild. Let's play a few of them.
This past weekend, I saw this little girl. She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle as far as it'll go, just sucking on it. Walking with her mouth. Somebody said, get that out her mouth. When they took it out her mouth, that baby said, you know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with her. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I say, that's a little growing right there. And everybody will say, Corey, what are you talking about? Corey, you crazy. Get the out of here. This little girl was in her bliss with her mouth wide open. She was just had the cap on it and everything. They took it out of her mouth. Then a man picked her up and started shaking her on his knee. And she was like, I said, that's a word. That's a little. It's just Corey Holcomb crazy. I almost want to go back and ask about that little girl and do a documentary on her life. So one day I can show I know what I'm talking about. But in this society, I'm a bad guy. That ain't nothing no little girl do unless she has the urge to do things like that. She has the urge to be satisfied. But ain't nobody gonna beat me. Corey bad. Corey bad. Everybody, Corey, did you hear what Corey said? The little girl took the bottle out of her mouth and he said she gonna be a whore. Yes. And if there was more men in the house, the little daughters wouldn't be walking around with things preparing their jaw for hustle. Her jaw is being prepared for hustle. And this was a little girl.
Her teeth aren't.
Baby Goobler. I like that. Oh, quick. That happened to me for real. One day I was living with this lady and her daughters crawled in the bed and I ain't have on shit.
Yeah.
I was up under the cover.
Wow.
And I was like, oh shit. And one of her daughters was like, her daughter was, she was in high school. I think she was 15. Still not legal. You just can't tell your true thoughts. Her daughter was gonna be thick like her mama. I know that man.
Yeah.
I knew her daughter was a bust down. She got pregnant like a year after I moved out. She was 16. I knew she was gonna get pregnant, goddamn, because she used to do shit. She used to do shit to let me know, damn, this little bitch is trying to get me in trouble.
Oh.
Her name was Tiffany. Right. All of y'all kids.
Yeah, she has a documentary.
That's the best foot. I'm saying you gotta watch around your kids.
Jesus Christ.
Can you get charged if you seeing a child get rocked back and forth to comfort and your mind goes to bedroom positions? You are a disturbed human being. Calling a child hoe for doing things that kids do is disturbing. You are
you don't have to be no 18. That's the best foot. I'm saying that's the best foot.
All right, man, I'm not gonna lie. It definitely looks like a play. Now, before we get into this video, man, you know my saying. Make sure you push up on that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, so you know when your boy's dropping. Let's get into the details.
Now let's get to this next soft shit.
Whoa, Nelly. We can all say that. We would not say stuff like that. I would like to see the stand-up version or the real version of what he was saying in context and not clips. But of course, I wouldn't say no shit like that. I don't understand bouncing a kid on a knee and thinking like that. I don't understand none of that. But again, comedians have always been able to push the envelope of what is said and what's a joke. I do think he mixed in a lot of uncomfortable truths in with his commentary. And that's why people like him in the hood, because he's being real. And some people in the mainstream can't stomach him because they don't like ugly truths being exposed. Because in a single mother-led household, when he made that joke about him being under the covers and he's having sex with a woman, he's naked and the little girl comes in, you look at statistics, a lot of that happens where the guys that come home from jail, the guys that mess with the mother, end up messing with the daughter. That happens a lot in the hood. So when he says stuff like that, people don't get offended because then they think back to real life and reality, and they see that this happens in their neighborhood. So they're like, Corey's a real one, instead of, oh, he's a sicko. He's not saying that this is a great thing to do, but that does happen. And so people don't like that ugly truth because it exposes things. Without some male protection, men are going to be around these little girls. And that's sad because there's some men that make a bad decision and they're not joking. They get these young girls pregnant. They do a lot of these things. So, but that first joke about the baby and the bottle, I don't understand that. I'm not a comedian. So the man can stand on his own words. He can explain that himself. But do you throw the baby out with the bathwater? Because if that's what you're doing, if you're going to cancel Corey, then we're going to have to dig back in some files of your favorite comedians. And what you will find is that every comedian has said something that you will say, whoa, I can't deal with this person no more, because that's what they do. The great comedians always push that envelope. So just saying, if you're going to cancel him, boy, you better get a long list of canceling, and it's going to expose your hypocrisy. Trust me, it will.
And I ain't going to spend a lot of time on it. I'm going to spend about 10 minutes on it. The cat fruit booty Budden said something about me. And okay, yeah, I wear a dusty hat. I forgot all the stuff he said right now. Yeah. Clothes dirty, no shape up, all that. Fruit booty Buttons. Oh yeah, and I can't fight. Yeah, I can't fight. You didn't talk about the women you beat up. You act like I didn't even say that. I said you beat up women because it is a fact. You beat up women. TMZ is not after you because your voice isn't as powerful as mine. So you can come on and say whatever you want to say. You and the sissies and the scammer girl that's on your show. So you couldn't get Melissa Ford to go along and laugh with you like you wanted. So you got this scammer girl who is all over the internet. If you do research on that girl on his show, she's a scammer. She takes people money and everything. You got to go, Mike? Okay, I'll catch up with you. Unless you want to go now. Okay. So, hey, Fruit Booty Buttons, you got to say something about the women that you beat up. I know you want to signify on me, but say something about the women you beat up. But yeah, so I have to fight back now. And I've been one who never tripped off nothing but TMZ.
Wait a minute. What does he mean Joe Budden beat up women? Hold up. I just Googled Joe Budden beat up women because I just want to make sure this ain't just BS, because you don't want to put that on somebody's name, because Joe Budden called Corey Holcomb out for his alleged attack on a woman, which they played on TMZ. And I heard what Joe Budden had to say. So are you telling me Joe Budden has allegations? This is supposedly on Hot 97. Let me put up a overlay, because I do not want to Hot 97 to flag me. Let's see. I wonder if that's a big enough overlay for them not to flag me. Yeah, they could barely see it like that. So let's go.
Man, so Joe Budden and his ex-girlfriend Tahiri Jose went back and forth on social media.
It's going all the way back.
Yeah, well, Joe Budden criticized Diddy for the footage of him assaulting Cassie back in 2016. I mean, we all saw that horrible footage, right? So in a comment on Instagram, Tahiri basically called Joe Budden an abuser and accused him of throwing her down a flight of stairs. And she described seeing Diddy's video as triggering. And, Joe Budden eventually fired back, calling the whole story a lie and basically calling her an abuser. And he says, "You're lying. You're a failed gold digger that has abused, targeted, and manipulated many men. Outside of me, you lack identity, which is why you tried to desperately attach yourself to me for over 15 years. Last time I saw you, purchased a mattress from you. You were happy about the sale. You were fine then." And then he keeps going on and on. But he talks about how, she's tried to disrespect his son's mother. He talks about how he had to ask producers of Love and Hip Hop to keep her away from him, calling her a cancer. And then she said, "You continue to slight my name online because it's your identity." So if things got messy, and then she replies, like, you can say whatever you want about me. Those that know me know I'm not scared of you anymore. You can keep the bullying, intimidation, and the rest. Those that know you and are around you also know the truth. Sad that they continue to enable you and your behavior. Your time is coming.
So what I found, so I didn't see all of that, but what I did see was Joe Budden talking about Diddy, which, you know, Joe Budden I think has had public issues, drug abuse, as well as relationship issues that we've seen with people accusing him of abuse, right? Like we've seen this before. What Joe Budden was talking about with regard to Diddy was this kind of cloaked, hiding behind the idea of black excellence. And the fact that he's most offended by individuals out here having all of these, pill issues, drug issues, whatever issues that they're going through, but running around waving this flag of black excellence as if they're perfect, which I found an interesting take from Joe, because I don't believe has done that. Right? Like, I think he's been a public problematic individual. Right? And that's not to excuse his abuse behavior, but it wasn't as if he was, the video I saw wasn't as if he was parading as if he was better than. He was just more kind of like calling people who try to act like they are beacons of positivity liars.
He's always been very transparent about his darkness, right? He's always been. And when I mean darkness, I mean mental health issues, drug abuse.
And when you compare that to what we're seeing with Diddy, that's not something we've seen from Diddy.
Well, I mean, he wants it to be what we're seeing now, but yeah, everyone's like too late for that, you know. I mean, listen,
that all played out.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. He denied that one. Let's see. He said he had multiple allegations of abuse. Here's another girl he used to date, Sin, and they're on the Breakfast Club talking about this. Hold on.
So you could chase me again and drag me. I'm good.
Sin, I dragged you. I laid a hand on you and dragged you where? Where did I drag you, Sin?
You must have been drunk still, right?
No, I was not drunk. I'm very aware of what was happening.
Joseph.
All right, so not sure where that came from.
Not drunk, dragged you.
With Joe Budden.
Oh, you want me to zoom in person so you could chase me again and drag me? I'm good.
Sin, I dragged you. I laid a hand on you and dragged you where? Where did I drag you, Sin?
You must have been drunk still, right?
No, I was not drunk. I'm very aware of what was happening.
Joseph.
All right, so not sure where that came from, but since Santana does try to explain it, and here's what she had to say.
It's no secret that Joseph and I broke up. Probably one of my most vulnerable times. I confided in someone that I considered a sister, and they completely betrayed my trust. We have the right to decide what the we want to share with whoever and what we want to handle in private. That's nobody's business. I don't play with my family. And at the end of the day, Joe is a great dad to Lex. Joe is present. Joe is active. We co-parent.
All right, so she's saying that she did not leak that. I guess she sent that audio to somebody who was close to her, who she trusted, and that person then leaked it. Now, some people are trying to say that there's a smear campaign going on against Joe Budden right now because all of a sudden, all these things against him are popping up now that he has cut ties with Spotify.
Oh, God.
Well, there's some paperwork that also leaked, and this paperwork is allegedly from Sin Santana, some court documents, and there are some allegations in here saying that he sexually abused the dogs in the house. And then they also put up some old audio and video footage from Joe Budden's podcast where he actually talks about his relationship with his dog.
Why do I always want to make the dog feel good by playing with the privates? Anybody with a pet, you come on, you did a little something down there, man, made the dog feel good.
Yikes. I don't know what's true and what's not true. If any of this is true, I pray for healing for everyone, including the dog. And I know people are expecting me to go in on Joe because of how spicy he was, talking on his podcast about me, but I'm not going to dog Joe Budden the way I know he would dog me if the shoe was on the other paw. Okay. All I know is you can't throw stones when you live in a glass doghouse.
Yeah, I just,
well,
I pray for Joe. I pray for Sin. I pray for his family. It does seem kind of weird that all this stuff is coming out now. I mean, I wouldn't say that I guess you could call it a smear campaign. It just seemed odd that everything's coming out now, right now. But, like I said, Joe's a good person. I know Joe a long time. I know Sin a long time. And they have a family. And, some of that stuff it should stay private. And they have a son. So, I mean, like I said, I pray for them. And I hope everything works out.
In these alleged court documents, it says defendant has a male dog whom he loves and showers with attention. While most of defendant's interactions with the dog are appropriate, I have observed on several occasions one particularly bizarre behavior by defendant without putting too fine a point on it. Suffice to say, the defendant has not only expressed concern for the dog's lack of a sexual partner, but has personally assumed responsibility for relieving any pent-up canine sexual tension. Defendant, for reasons I cannot fathom, has personally masturbated the dog. Defendant repeatedly states that he sees this function as his responsibility since there are no bitches around, to provide a sexual outlet for the dog.
As I said, you can't throw stones when you live in a glass doghouse. And that table all those dogs are playing
for the dog. The city sees this defendant for reasons I cannot fathom, has assumed responsibility to say the defendant has not only expressed concern for the dog's lack of a sexual partner, but has personally assumed responsibility for relieving any pent-up canine sexual tension. Defendant, for reasons I cannot fathom, has personally masturbated the dog. Defendant repeatedly states that he sees this function as his responsibility since there are no bitches around to provide a sexual outlet for the dog.
As I said, you can't throw stones when you live in a glass doghouse, and that takes.
Why not just purchase a female dog? Why is it your responsibility? Is he engaging in bestiality? Like, hey, this ain't none of my business or nothing, but Jesus Christ. That's kind of weird. That is weird. That ain't kind of weird. You're beating the meat of your dog because you're thinking it's sexual tension when they have female dogs. You can put an ad online to breed the dog, to stud the dog out, you just like to take matters into your own hands. You take that into a whole new level. Now, I've heard of taking matters into your own hands, but I don't think they were talking about what you're talking about, buddy. Jesus H. Christ. All right. Let's end that video. I'm just trying to make sure that what is being said is true and nobody's just making allegations on people. And then he said that he beat a woman. Those two, we couldn't figure out. Tasha K, though, it says Joe Budden is accused of sitting on a pregnant woman's chest. So let's see what Tasha K said.
Been accused of sexual abuse, but did it on air for years? And he says, no, it's not my fault. We need to just stick to the issue. That's what I'm tired of. That's what I wanted to say. Not Joe Budden. It was the Molly. It wasn't me. It was the Molly that allegedly kicked a baby out of Esther's stomach. But we got Tahiri here because I'm glad that Tahiri, the BBL, the Latina BBL, okay, had accused Joe Budden. Him and his stomach, okay? He apparently got jealous that his ex-girlfriend's stomach was bigger than his, so he decided to make it flatter. So here's the thing. For Joe Budden to even speak on this, like, it's like, who elected y'all to be like I could really get out here and speak. Let me talk about it, because a lot of people will say, first of all, my record is clean. My record is clean. I don't have a criminal record. No one's ever accused me or even caught me doing anything to them that was remotely violent. I can actually represent, which I only represent myself and my truth, and then I share my truth with y'all. So I don't act as if I'm like this martyr for y'all. No. This is Tasha K. This is my truth. I share my truth with y'all. We can agree to disagree, but I can truly say with the confidence that if there was going to be a Black woman to really stand on Black business, that would be me. Because everything that I say, I lived it. We can put that on. We can put 10 toes down on that. That's why they're upset with me. They can't find nothing on me but defamation on a girl. Lord Jesus, here we go. I'm not inviting Satan back in. Listen, that's all I'm saying. The truth hurt. It really does. It really does. But for you to sit your ass up, I was even shocked that he even spoke on it, because it's like, not only have you been filmed on Love and Hip Hop yelling and emotionally abusing your girlfriends, like, you've been accused multiple times of doing it. Like the same thing. Let's listen. Let's go.
We're starting with the news that CNN broke last week, where they obtained hotel footage of Puff violently, graphically stalking and attacking Cassie. If that other angle come out, maybe kidnapping as well. But when it turned the corner, we don't get to see. But you ran a long way down that hallway, and if you dragged her even 4 more feet,
Paul. It's the audacity for me, because let's play Joe's video. Just play the other video. I just can't even hear him speak. Y'all, listen, this is the gist of it. He's basically just explaining it and how awful it is, and how he wished that.
Hey, Tasha K upset. Well, she must know something, because she like, how do you have the audacity to speak? She's not saying what he's saying is wrong. She's just saying, you? You talking with what I know about you. So let's see the call out.
This never happened. You got to be a disgusting individual. Let's turn back the time. Let's turn back the hands of time real quick. Let's go.
Show previously, and we talked about your whole situation with Esther Baxter and the breakup, and you know what happened, and she cheated on you, and we heard the song and ordinary-ish, you know.
Right. Part 3.
But now she's come forward and done an interview, and she's released some pictures. One of them did make people sick because there was like a fetus in the toilet.
No, it made me sick too.
All right, is that a real picture? Is that really
that's wait, is it really what?
Is that really like her
fetus?
Fetus miscarried in the toilet.
That's what she sent it to me as.
Okay.
Now she's saying that you beat her, you strangled her, and you sat on her stomach and called her a loser baby.
We actually have that.
For a
audio.
half hour.
Hold on, we have the audio.
We got into an argument, and it just basically ended up choking me, so I couldn't breathe, slamming me up against the door, like in the closet doors. He threw me on the floor, grabbed me by my wrist, and sitting on my stomach for half an hour while I was 3 months pregnant. Went to the hospital where I found out that I
rush
lost.
home, and I go in the other room, and she's in bed.
Now, is that beige rage? But he's about to talk about the story. Y'all pay attention. Listen to what he says.
And I said, wake it up. Wake up. What are we going to do? And she was like, what do you mean? I'm asleep.
So
Just
he
like,
goes in the room, wakes her up. Wake it up. Let's go. While she's 3 months pregnant. Go ahead. Keep going.
real arrogant. I'm like, what are we going to do?
Pause.
This ain't.
She's 3 months pregnant. She's asleep. First trimester is a... You know what the first trimester is, but he said she was arrogant. You woke her up. Who waking up happy? Oh, hey, what's going on? Let's go. Keep going.
Going to continue like this. Right. What are we going to do? So I dragged her out the bed. I definitely did. After a couple more lines of that.
Go back to Joe. Go back to the video of him describing real quick. What Diddy did.
Oh wow. You said this on camera and you talking about Diddy? I dragged her out of the bed.
Go back to Joe. Go back to the video of him.
I dragged her out the bed.
Let's go. Keep going.
Going to continue like this. Right. What are we going to do? So I dragged her out the bed. I definitely did. After a couple more lines of that.
Go back to Joe. Go back to the video of him describing real quick. What Diddy did.
We're starting with the news that CNN broke last week, where they obtained hotel footage of Puff violently, graphically stalking and attacking Cassie. If that other angle come out, maybe kidnapping as well. But when it turned the corner, we don't get to see. But you ran a long way down that hallway, and if you dragged her even 4 more feet.
Now go back to his video. We on the subject of dragging. You brought it up, Joe. You brought it up. Let's go. No, go back to the
show previously, and we talked to.
No, past.
Sent it to me as.
Okay.
Keep going.
Wake it up.
Wake up.
What are we gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
And she was like, what do you mean? I'm asleep. Just like real arrogant. I'm like, what are we gonna do? This ain't gonna continue like this. Right. What are we gonna do? So I dragged her out the bed. I definitely did. After a couple more lines of that arrogant talk.
Our feet, hair, arms.
No. My feet. A little light drag. Nothing.
Came over to have a conversation with Esther Baxter.
Light
you dragged out the
off
bed.
a nice king.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I know he didn't just say a little light drag. So if a woman ever asks me, hey, have you ever hit a woman? No, baby. You ever get me mad? I just a little lightly drag your ass. But I never hit you. I'm not laughing, YouTube. This is just me laughing at how stupid it sounds to say you just lightly drag somebody when you're describing an assault. That's just it. No, this is not okay.
Size on a beautiful plush carpet.
Okay.
Like, please.
Okay.
So
wait a minute. Is he insinuating that if you drag somebody across a plush type of carpet, then it's okay? Ouch. I don't agree.
A little light drag. Nothing.
Came over to have a conversation with Esther Baxter.
Little light
you dragged out
drag
the
off a
bed.
nice king size on a beautiful plush carpet.
Okay.
Like, please.
Okay.
So we went back and forth with the beefing for about maybe all of 4 to 5 minutes. And I caught myself. It's like, all right, you bugging. And I went in the master bedroom, and I sat by the balcony, and I just smoked a cigarette.
Nope, you dragged her off the bed, Joe, and you sat on her stomach and held.
You really think that's all he did? All that shit Joe was on? You really think that's all he did? He just calmed down. He just called himself after he dragged a pregnant woman out the bed onto the plush carpet while she was allegedly pregnant. Keep going.
Put her down so she could hear you. Come on.
No. And I smoked a cigarette, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just chilling.
Pause.
So,
And look who laughing in the background. Rewind it just a little bit. Look who laughing. Now they friends now. And this is the reason too why Joe didn't put out our podcast, because of the things I said about Charlamagne. And he literally said, that's my friend. That's my friend. I'm gonna tell you, there's a split between media as well as the industry. And then there's people on this side and there's people on that side. And I gotta tell you, the Diddy, the Charlamagnes, the Joe Buddens, all of them run together. Like it's one click, and then you have people here on the other side. Okay. And so but go ahead, let's finish. We'll let y'all finish.
Went in the master bedroom, and I sat by the balcony, and I just smoked a cigarette.
Nope, you dragged her off the bed, Joe, and you sat on her stomach and held her down so she could hear you. Come on.
No. And I smoked a cigarette, and I'm sitting there.
You think I'm laughing?
And I'm just chilling.
Like, what's laughing?
So, and now this bedroom, there's 2 entrances. So I thought that I locked both of them.
Right.
Clearly I didn't. So one was locked, one wasn't. So she comes around the long way.
Right.
Because the house is huge. So she comes around the long way, and she's screaming, yelling at the top of her lungs. So in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, so I spaz. So I guess it's her turn to spaz now. So she comes in, she's screaming, yelling at the top of her lungs. I'm like, dog, we just did this. It's over.
You're still smoking around a pregnant woman. Okay, keep going.
You have to
No,
know.
I was alone.
She came in his vicinity. Objection.
Oh,
I was objecting.
okay. So, but and I'm by balcony. Anyway, so she comes in. I'm like, fam, we did this already. We don't have to do this.
Right.
She's still screaming. She's screaming. I'm ignoring her. I'm still smoking. On her way out towards the door that's locked, my computer's on the bed.
Uh-oh, that's never good.
So she picks it up.
Oh man.
And she slams it into the closet. Wow. So now I'm flabbergasted.
Not Joe Budden's computer.
You know what's on that computer?
She know that's my computer.
Right.
She know what that is to me.
She knows push the button. She knows how to push the button.
I'm still kind of in shock.
Right.
Pause. She said she pushed the button. She pushed the button. He came and woke her up, told her to talk. She refused to talk and get up. So he dragged her out the bed. And now she pushed Joe Budden's buttons, according to DJ Envy, by breaking his computer. After she alleges that he sat on her for 30 minutes. And that's when he was like, I clicked, I spazzed out, and I clicked, and I went and sat on the balcony and smoked a cigarette. Y'all gonna
Yeah, I don't understand why he would be judging everybody else if he did this. This is a lot. You basically admitting to everything. Dragging her out of a bed pregnant is enough to, I mean, that's enough if she would have called the cops. But damn, all of this is wild. And if your girl is pregnant, you got to let her have those emotions. If she's pregnant, she going to be extrally emotional. You got to let her have it. You got to just dip, just leave.
Let's go.
So then she threw it in the closet, and as she's walking out, because you got to go through the closet to get out, right? She picks it up again.
It does it again.
And she does it again.
Hey.
I jumped up like Thor,
right?
Or Iron Man or somebody.
Right. Objection, Your Honor. Watch your mouth.
And I ran so fast into that closet, because the closet is like the size of a room.
Right.
And I ran in there, and I hemmed up, and I said, yo, are you out of your mind? Makeup, I don't know.
Come on, Joe.
I'm telling you.
So the police will call you arrested.
Listen, slow down, because it gets crazy. And so we're in the closet, and I got her pinned against the wall.
Right.
Like, and I asked her if she's crazy about 3 to 4 times, but she's kicking and she's punching and she's swinging. So as I got her hemmed, I got to try to like back up off her, but she's still going, and her stamina is unbelievable. And mine's
Wait a minute. How do you have somebody pinned up against the wall and they're able to kick and punch you? Well, how do you pin her? If you pinning her, you got her by her arm, or you got her by her chest, and then her arms are loose? Do you have her like this by her shoulder? Do you have her by her hands? Like if you had her, there's only a few ways you pin somebody to the wall. You jack them up, you grab them by the throat, you grab them by they you know what I'm saying? You muff them up. How do you have her? Because if she's able to punch, steal, and kick, and that means you don't have her hands. And this woman is pregnant, by the way. So to cause that much stress while she's pregnant, first of all, to wake her up when you should have been man enough to just let whatever go until she wakes up, because you got to let the baby rest. So this is, yeah. I see why Tasha K is a little upset.
right. So I put her on the ground. I don't throw her on the ground.
Pregnant woman.
But I'm much stronger than her.
All the more reason you're digging a deeper hole for yourself.
He placed her on the ground.
He's saying that she's going crazy.
At no point am I saying that I haven't done anything wrong. Okay. And at no point am I saying that. Okay. But I certainly haven't done what's being said. So I put her on the ground, and I do get on top of her. Do I sit on her stomach? No.
What do you sit on, Joe?
I would like to think that I sat on what she's got. Oh, it's my mom.
No. Obstruction in the court. What's the word? Disruption in the court.
Disruption in the court.
Forget it, Charlamagne.
So Esther's got huge breasts. So I'm thinking to me, I'm sitting right underneath her breasts.
Are they?
Joe, you're not stupid.
Are they real breasts?
No, Joe. No.
Yeah, they're real.
Are they real? Okay.
Underneath her
So that's where I'm at. But listen,
underneath her breast and stomach.
But listen, no. Listen. If she's pregnant and we just left the doctor, I know where the baby is, number one. And number two, I'm not sitting on her applying my 194 pounds on her stomach. So I have her arms, and all the pressure is on my 2 legs. So I'm not sitting on her at all, really. But I have her on the ground.
Straddling her.
So I have her on the ground.
Restraining her down, right?
And I'm saying to her, yo, chill, stop. And she's saying, get off me.
And that's all she's saying is get off me.
Well, did you see him describe everything that his ex said? Not to Tahiri, because we're going to get to Tahiri here in a second. Did you hear him describe in great detail, like, you drug a pregnant woman out the bed, woke her up, drug her out the bed, spazzed out, she broke your computer. You hemmed her up against the wall to the point where she's swinging. That means you got her, and she's trying to defend herself. Now, let's not talk about the high stress levels of being pregnant during your first trimester. And then you say you throw her on the ground, and you're sitting under her breast. What's under the breast, y'all? Because here's the thing. We're going to talk about it. Listen. Y'all talk about my stomach every day. What's sitting under my breast? I told y'all, big titty women. What's sitting under my breast? What is that? Let's turn to
Hey, Tasha K is funny as hell. She told we're going to have a little breast under the anatomy. Her pants all bulging out. She talking about big titty women. What's under the breast? And her stomach right there showing. What's under the breast is the stomach. So when he said that, I'm like, you admitting that you're sitting, you might be on the top half of her stomach and not the bottom, but like your body is long enough to fit over her entire stomach, unless you skinny as a rail. If you're sitting at the top of her stomach underneath her breast and your body is about yay big, then you're sitting exactly on her stomach. Nobody's thin as a rail. Somebody's butt back is about that wide. You sit here, you're on her chest and stomach. So this is kind of weird for him to say this and acting like nowhere did I do that wrong. It's a little bit more than that. Let's let Tasha K break it down.
What is that? What is that right there? What is that? Huh? What is under my breast? Huh? What's under my breast? But I'm not. Come on now. I'm not. Let's let him finish shit up.
And I'm saying, I will get off you as soon as you stop. She's not responding. She's just saying, get off me. So she stops. When is so after about a minute, maybe two.
I'll let you up after you stop. She's not responding. She's saying, get off of me. No, you're not doing what she's asking. She's saying, get off of her. She's responding.
Let's let him finish shit up.
And I'm saying, I will get off you as soon as you stop. She's not responding. She's just saying, get off me. So she stops. And when is so after about a minute, maybe 2 minutes the most, I get off her. I get off her. She goes about business.
I'd like to present though.
Uh-oh.
Now, Joe Budden, in all fairness, this has been something that a couple of your ex-girlfriends have accused you of domestic violence in some form or fashion. Even Tahiri, as a matter of fact, when she was getting her tattoo removed, this is what she said.
Hold on, pulling it up. Who's a couple? Go ahead.
Today we are killing that tattoo of the white beater.
And she showed her Joe tattoo. And then even Gloria Velez at one point said something about you and her getting into some type of physical altercation as well.
You know what? A lot of get away with a lot of like hitting women. Joe Budden.
Now, so Tahiri came out and basically said, because she brought up, like, why would he even be speaking on Diddy? Why? What's the reason? Oh, because he feels that he's in an important position, and his viewers and those that follow him and love him and respect him expect him to say something. And so when you get men that start out talking slow as if they're important, roll his video real quick when he spoke about Diddy. Just roll it.
We're starting with the news that CNN broke last week, where they obtained hotel footage of Puff violently, graphically stalking and attacking Cassie.
Yeah.
If that other angle come out, maybe kidnapping as well. But when it turned the corner, we don't get to see. But you ran a long way down that hallway, and if you dragged her even 4 more feet, we now include kidnapping. That shit was disgusting. What we all had to witness, that shit was almost unbearable to watch. I'm certain that was triggering for a lot of people. A lot of people that saw it. And that was Friday.
Yes.
I assumed that he would go and just hide somewhere. But why would you do that when you are just a glutton for attention? So he pops right back out. Talk about tone deaf. Talk about inability to read a room. Where are the fucking publicists? Where's anybody?
Hey, boy, Tasha K. Ooh. All right, so back to it. So a lot of speculation, but he did admit to dragging a woman out of a bed, putting her on the ground. So we let you guys be the judge of who you like. But at the end of the day, can't throw stones when you live in a glass house.
Sean Holly And you let the girl hang along because you wanted to use her. That's the one thing y'all had to try to find about Corey Holcomb, where you wanted to turn it into something bad. Look, he hit somebody. Yeah, the judge, no, I hit somebody. And I told the judge I hit somebody. But when the case was done, that girl had a restraining order against me to stay away, which is no problem for me to adhere. But that girl, I have a restraining order against her and her boyfriend. And now he has a restraining order against her because he was stabbed by her. So why y'all people who don't know what's happening talking?
Wait, what? The guy, wait a minute. You hit the girl, but you got a restraining order against the woman that you hit, and the woman was with a man, and then now that man has a restraining order against the woman that he was with because she allegedly stabbed him? Dang. Let's hear that again. This is a lot to unpack. This is a lot to unpack right here.
Away, which is nobody. And I told the judge, he hit somebody.
He was honest and said that he told the judge that he hit a woman. He took responsibility for it. And listen what he says happened. And people can look it up. Let's hear what he said happened after he took accountability for striking a woman. The same way Dana White did, that you guys are not canceling, by the way. If we canceling Corey, we canceling Dana White. Do we have the power to do so? Can we put the pressure on the companies to cancel Dana White? Slapped his wife 2 times. Pop, pop. Don't forget that. So if we canceling one, we're canceling all.
Body. Yeah, the judge, no, I hit somebody. And I told the judge I hit somebody. But when the case was done, that girl had a restraining order against me to stay away, which is no problem for me to adhere. But that girl, I have a restraining order against her and her boyfriend. And now he has a restraining order against her because he was stabbed by her. So why y'all people who don't know what's happening talking? All right. You're going to have to prove it. It's some dude, push up in you faggo. He got a page. Push up in you faggo. You'll see. You can't call black men pedophiles. I am so against pedophiles. I don't care what happens to a pedophile. But I know that you guys are riding the wave to call me a pedophile because y'all are trying to get me assassinated. Because what good is a pedophile in any society? What is a pedophile in any society? Did you know the state of California is the biggest pedophile I know? What they do to mutilate children here? But that's not the hot topic by TMZ. This man, Harvey Levins, who is got Epstein files drama, who has had people following me at the airport, who has had all this stuff done.
Oh man, Corey coming out swinging. Harvey Levin name did come up in the Epstein file list. It's unclear whether he did anything wrong. Name is definitely associated with the Epstein file list. A lot of people name is associated with it. And but they tell us not to say that everybody on that list is doing something wrong. So you can't really say that. But the information is there. He's on the list. Now, Corey is saying that he's being attacked. What would it look like if they are trying to attack a man and get people not to like him? Well, it's my belief, and I said this prior to this Corey Holcomb situation. I said they use black women. They use a group. They use because they need people as a whole not to like you. So they use black women because if you hit one black woman, you hit all black women around America. That's the microscope black men are up under. Dana White was able to slap his wife, and I kept reiterating that on YouTube because I wanted people to hear and see that white men and women make the same mistakes as black men, but white women don't get together and group together and cancel their men. So I have a question for the people who are championing this ideal of canceling Corey Holcomb because he struck that one woman. And then you're hearing the fact that this woman may not be as innocent as people make out. So if the standard is canceling a man for striking a woman, is it all women or is it just black women? Because Dana White a guy who is more powerful, if we're trying to stick it to the white man like y'all always claim that y'all want to do, but somehow it always happened that you stick it to the brethren. So if we're trying to stick it to the white man and it not be so much white privilege, then why is it that we hold this black man to task so much as if he hate all black women because he made the unfortunate mistake of striking this one woman who is allegedly has enough evidence for a judge to sign off on a restraining order both ways? Are we being brainwashed into collectively thinking as a group? Because I don't think it has anything to do with me that Corey Holcomb hit that woman. The judge, him and that woman can go and figure it out. And that logic carries over to white people because they did not cancel Dana White. He was able to start a slap league. He was able to go on and hang out with the president. But we have such a standard that now we're going to cancel Corey Holcomb, huh? Even though we're not going to look at or listen to all the mitigating circumstances around the situation, we just cancel him from a short clip in a video. Now, again, the joke that he stated, I don't get it. And I'm not a comedian, but I guarantee you, we can find more clips of more comedians, especially ones that you like, that have said the same despicable joke. And you guys are not out in the streets talking about canceling. So that's all I'm saying. If we're going to cancel one, why are we not canceling them all? Some of you are making videos about Corey Holcomb striking this woman, and it's wrong. But I did not see you make one video about Dana White. It's crazy. It's all about who we like.
When the drug addict girl got out of court, they had cameras there to try to create this story, all done to stop the voice of Corey Holcomb. But I'm just saying, Corey Holcomb been out here a long time and has been an upstanding member of society. So, you know, you guys did what you did to me. You did what you did to me. Like you did Michael Jackson, like you did Martin Luther King, like you did a lot of people like me who speak up for my people, because my people don't even know what's happening. They're just going off what they see with the quick things on the internet. My people think a man stood up next to me. Darlene, can I ask you to do me a favor? Would you just stand up right here? Just stand up for a second, please.
Really? With my big old...
Just stand up. Stand up.
With my Valentine's video?
Okay. Right here.
Uh-oh, no.
Can Darlene be seen? The internet has an AI video of Tampon standing up like this, saying, let's go outside. That's AI. If a man stood up over me like this, I would stand up and that would be time to go there. But, I mean, thanks, D. Thanks for standing up like that. Worried about the dynamic of me and Darlene. I tell you what, if you want to say something, D, you can say something.
Which part? About,
about whatever, because this stuff all on the internet.
Right, well.
The lames who use everybody picture. Look, if I put their picture here, people will clickbait it and maybe I can get a check. So now you're part of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to say something about what happened last week.
Stuff like that helps create content for people. That is so damn true now, dear God. I went to the bathroom, just so folks know. I go to the bathroom to answer 2 very important phone calls. So I was gone. I said, okay, I'm not going to be part of the rap. Not going to be part of the rap, but I was still in the building. I'm in another part of the building in the bathroom. Did not hear any of the rap, what have you. Came back out and was finishing up some numbers while they were rapping other things. So, I mean, it was the end of the rap. I didn't come in during it, but I didn't get fired. So people were like, oh my God, he, whatever, humiliated her.
We didn't have arguments on air that was worse than that.
Oh, we've called each other so many damn names. It's ridiculous. And especially in the rap. Don't go there in the rap. In the rap,
we rap about what happens on the show every week.
Anything goes, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. But no, I didn't get fired. I didn't get fired. I didn't leave. But I was gone for that entire time. When I came back at the very end, you were actually ending the show. And then I asked, well, how come you didn't come back on it? I was like, I was still sitting up. I was putting in those numbers. So that was it.
The brother right here who donated a yard. We appreciate you, brother.
When I can't
sincerely appreciate you. He's it says at the NY Bully. Because I think I remember this. What up, Corey? I met you a few months ago on the Humble while I was shopping with my Spanish wife at Dillard's. I remember this, in Richmond, Virginia. You were cool enough to take a picture and my wife clowned me because I was happy to see you. I told her, you're a living legend to many. Hey, brother, thanks for putting that on there, because TMZ ain't gonna put nothing like that on there. TMZ is gonna grab a dope fiend woman and let her play victim and act like she's scared of me, but she's stabbing motherfuckers. So I appreciate you saying that, brother. I remember that. because that weekend in Richmond, I hadn't been there in a while. And I went to Dillard's to buy some drawers because I didn't feel like washing the 2 pair I had with me.
And he did thingy, not the rap. The rap, yes, that can get very that went a little. It was crazy, but we have dissed each other in raps. It was just timing too. It just happened to be that night, and then that shirt thing happened before it. So I get it, but he did. Yes, he did apologize to me afterwards. And you know what? You do that often, and people don't. I've mentioned it before. Not even just apology, but I've mentioned it before on a couple of shows many years ago that you actually will catch yourself. The show will be over, and you'll be like standing there, and you'll go, "Did I go too far? Or what was that? What did I say?" A lot of times, is that not true? You've done that before, right? Where you actually go, "Hold on, wait, now, what did I say?"
I've been talking 16 years, and it's like I can admit I say things that sometimes I'll be like, "What did I say?" God damn.
Yes, there you go. You put it in a better way.
Most of the stuff I say, I mean, I see they have hired people to go through my catalog and find something to say. Look, look what he said. They've hired people to do this. So, but anyway, I just wanted to make sure you got in what you wanted to say because I got something.
And they can do that with any content creator. They can, if you're talking 16 years, what you saw was an admission by Corey Holcomb that he says some things that are wrong. I do too. All of us have. The more you talk on the internet, they can clip up something you say and leave out context and make it look like anything. And so you can't be so quick to judge. You had Darlene up there saying publicly that he apologized and that he does it often, and she's cool with him. Darlene took part in one of the jokes. Darlene even was in the joke. So Darlene stood on business as a Spanish woman, or it looked like she's not black. And she said, well, I'm not going to be a part of that joke. And I think that was the right thing to do. So I don't know. It just, those of you that got your cancel sticks out, I think we're going to prove how hypocritical you are when we start showing videos of other comedians saying things that are on the same level or worse. And then you're going to be faced with, do we cancel them too? And you're probably going to make an excuse because it's all about who we like. But I'm going to stay neutral, sit back and enjoy the show and see where this thing leads. But again, I gave y'all something y'all can ride to. This is definitely a pre-record. Those of you who've been here for 57 minutes and don't know that this is a pre-record, just because I called y'all names out earlier in the video, that means you a little beautiful. I'm not going to disrespect y'all. This is a pre-record. I want it to go up on YouTube. Now, when we go to Patreon, I'm going to tell you what I actually think. Twitch and everything. I'm going to tell you what I actually think. So, my haters, I know y'all sat here the whole time. And some of the people that support me, y'all had stuff to do. Y'all got to go to work. Y'all got kids. Y'all come in, come out, watch the replay. Salute to y'all. My haters, oh, they hanging into every word. They making documentaries. They stand here to the end of the video. And for those of you who are like that and that's doing that, thank you. I love you guys too. Not really, but I appreciate you though. Thank you. I'm up out of this thing. I'm gone. Let me tell you something. I guess you, my haters say that. All the other people logged off. My haters saw this. Let me tell you something.